Hello. So I am with Joe Scarpetta of the Scarpetta Group today. Joe, what is your role at the Scarpetta Group?
I'm the owner, founder, software architect, kind of, I'm the guy.
You're the guy. And what is the outcome or product that you provide to your clients?
So we provide multiple services to our clients. Primarily, we're business consultants focusing on FileMaker platform. But our key that we're focusing on today is Jarvis as a CRM ERP solution.
And that's a tool you created, right?
Yes, it is.
It's an awesome tool, by the way, everybody. So I don't know if you remember now, Joe and Beyond the Chaos have worked together for almost 4 years. Joe, do you remember back to the beginning how you found us?
I was thinking about that. I think was it through Molly or was it through one of the FileMaker conferences? I'm sure it's all connected somewhere in between there. I've known you for a very long time, beyond this 4 years.
Right. We've been working together 4 years, but we've known each other longer than that.
Yeah.
So before engaging us, had you tried anything else to solve the problems that you were facing that caused you to reach out to us?
Well, primarily before we used a tool called Basecamp. We used a few other tools in between, and a lot of it was reactive. What works for this situation, policies and procedures were basically in my head. So it wasn't the right place to be for a business, and I knew it had to change.
So why was it important? Why was the change important to you?
Because I can see now that I was just so over involved with all the little details. By keeping these things in my head, employees didn't know what the expectations were. And now I just, the freedom that I have now and not having to worry about some of the day-to-day stuff is just incredible. I wish I could have seen that 4+ years ago.
That's awesome. So do you remember back to the first thing we did and how you felt about it?
So the first thing we did is you were working as a project manager for me with a very large project for Canon Financial, if I recall correctly. And the project was so big, I think it was overwhelming to everyone. And by your involvement, you got us into some different applications. You helped us stay focused on what needed to be done. If I remember right, there were 4 or 5 of us doing development and scoping. So you kind of helped us. You were herding cats at that point, trying to keep things going. As long as that project went on, you were really proactive and kind of getting us. Without it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If you weren't involved in that project, it would not have had the outcome that it did.
And they're still your client today, right?
Yes, they are.
That's awesome. So during our engagement over the past 4+ years, what happened? What was the path through how we worked together?
So as we worked through, and you were project manager, and other people on your team were helping as well, we started to define processes. We've changed some applications. We've built templates around things, and through all of that, it's really simplified the business. It's made it easier that way. Now as things progress throughout the current day, there's so many things I don't do anymore. It's all been delegated, and there's a process around that. And with your continued involvement at this point, then you're helping tweak those processes to further do that. It's afforded me to just take 9-day vacation in Aruba, and I think I told you I went so far as having my Google accounts disconnected, so I had no access to the business, and it ran flawlessly while I was away. Really letting me take the break I needed. So I think that's a true testimonial to what you've done as far as being able to help me let things go and move on.
That's so exciting. I mean, and that's something that we all strive to be able to do is just really take that break. So I'm really glad that that is where we got with our work together. So I think you worked with at least 3 members of our team.
Mhm.
Have you found that our team is consistently pretty good at what we're doing and good communicators with you and your team and your clients?
Yes, I'm specifically thinking of Laura right now. I've loved working with everybody, and outside of working with yourself, she was great. And I think we both miss her dearly at this point, just
We
because
do.
she was such a nice person. Um, but she really helped, bring things, and she was tough on me like you were. She'd call me out occasionally and here and there, but everybody's kept things moving, and that's what's important. Is the clients' needs were met, our needs were met, and things just moved.
So where do you feel like you are today in comparison to when we started working together?
Today, I feel like I just told you, I can take time off and walk away and don't have to think about, is that being done, because people know what needs to be done. So the billing's done, I never see it anymore. Um, Work is being done and built. There's projects that happen, I don't even know that happen at this point, which is a great thing, because they're the smaller ones. I'm involved where I need to be, and I'm coaching team and training and things like that and growing the business. So it's letting me really spend time on the other side where I'm doing more of the visionary work with Jarvis for future. I'm selling Jarvis. I'm selling our custom development. I'm looking to other companies and things like that. So it's changed my role, to give me the freedom that I really wanted him to get to now.
Well, what about from a revenue standpoint? Has that changed in your business during this time?
We look at revenue from when we started with Canon through today. We're doing very well.
That's that's great. So it affected the bottom line too. So
It affected the bottom line, but it affected it, with profitability.
yeah.
Because there was a lot of things in the past that, we had to backtrack and we couldn't bill or things like that, to do the right thing by the clients. And now that we've got the right team, we've got the processes in place. So now everything's just kind of, stacking up. I'm just feeling very blessed.
That's great. So what are some takeaways that you might give to someone else who's considering using this service for the first time?
But you don't know what you don't know until you get involved in the process. And I say that saying it wasn't always easy. You had to be hard on me sometimes, and being friends, that's cool. But I needed to hear some of the stuff to say, you know what, you need to change that, or why are you doing this, or stop doing that. Here's a better way, or let that go. And a lot of that was outside of that was just really being aware enough now to just realizing I was afraid to let go. I was afraid to trust people. And that's really what made the difference.
That's awesome. Thank you, Joe. Thanks so much for doing this. And we appreciate you always and are glad that we're still part of your fold.
Yes, well, thank you very much. And I plan on keeping you around forever. So.
I love to hear that.